Okay. Hello, welcome back. um, last we left off yesterday, we were watching, well, actually, last we left off today, earlier today, we were watching something. We were watching some videos. That's adorable. Okay. Let me check my Amazon real quick. Oh, I did get that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I got that. I got some, privacy window films, like frosted glass window films. Very nice, very nice. And some, Norin doorway, curtains. Or door curtains. Because I like, first of all, I live in a one-bedroom apartment. So having the doors open helps with like air circulation. And the curtains can help with specific airflow. Because as we all know, hot air rises and cold air stays close to the ground. So if you put up little curtains on your doorways, not only does it promote a nice cool environment, but it also invites, apparently it invites good luck into your home. Because the hot air is being blocked, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I'm expecting a few packages to come in on Monday. So, should be good. I'm gonna get an entire... So my house, my little house here is going to be Japanese, what's it called? Nomadic, slash sort of this indigenous, like modern, nomadic vibe, which means sitting on the floor, close to the ground. My bed is on the floor. I did not buy a bed frame. I did not. I don't want a bed frame. My room is too small to put my bed in a frame. And I actually want to get rid of this bed because it's really gross. It's a really old mattress. I've had it for years now. I want to get rid of it. I have seen people throw away their mattresses here at this complex, this apartment complex. So once I get, like, I wouldn't want to sell it. It's got a huge, disgusting stain in the middle from, like, years of use. Not because I did anything gross in it. It's just, like, years of, like, sweat from, like, you know, summers. Many summers. And many winters of just, like, trying to stay warm or trying to stay cool. Just not a great mattress. I need a new mattress. But for now, it's on the floor. It's alright. But I want to get, like, a futon mattress. I want to get some tatami mats. So what I want to do is I want to get a basic board, like a basic bed frame that's just it looks like a wooden board on the ground, like it's multiple boards or whatever, you know. And then I want to get tatami mats, put them on there so I don't have to feel like the board itself. Futon mattress on top, memory foam on top of the futon mattress. Bing bang boom, you've got a cheap, affordable, and portable bed. Literally. It's great. It's wonderful. In case I want to, you know, I have a year-long lease at this place, so, you know, just expect a whole year of me streaming from here, obviously. But, you know, depending on how things go this year, hopefully I might be able to scrounge a little bit of moolah and move somewhere else. Because I don't, despite moving out of my familial home, I would like to live somewhere that is not a red state. You know what I mean? Just somewhere not a red state, you know, specifically around like this election season's kind of like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be in a red state, you know what I mean? Not really a place I want to be in. So I will look into that, but I have a whole year to get through before I look into anything like that. But yeah, I can't wait. Monday I'm gonna have a ton of things coming in. Some of them, I don't know how many of these are gonna actually, like... There's really only, like, maybe 2 of these items that would arrive in, like, a big box. Which is gonna be at my door. I wonder, does Walmart... Hold on. No. Oh, they do. Oh, I think I might do that. Yeah. So they sell Ring doorbells at Walmart. So I think I'm gonna, because I get a lot of my stuff is from Amazon. So I might need like a little Ring doorbell just to make sure like my stuff gets there in time and, you know, nobody goes up and like touches it, which I doubt would happen here, but I think it would be good to, at the very least, like a cheap Ring doorbell of some kind. Anyways, that's for me to figure out later, I guess. Put that away. That away. Alright, let's see what videos we have on the chopping block this night tonight. Let's start off with our good old... Okay, gotta fucking do that now. Forgot that that was a thing. Alright, there you are. Wait, where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. I'm going to start off with our old friend Film Cooper. Yes. A good friend Film Cooper. Yes. Well, let's pull that up. Oh, my back. This one? Yes, there it is.
What's up, weirdo?
Okay, first things first, though, let's, switch out some things here. No, not that one. Where is it? Near, far, wherever you are. Okay. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. I've gotta, hold on. Gotta get that, what is it? There it is. Let's put the volume up. Put the volume up, please.
Weirdos, imagine lying about being Amish to look cool online. That's what Sarah Joy did. She became a famous TikToker by pretending to be Amish, and she was never Amish. It's so funny. I love this story so much, and we're gonna dive all the way in. Like, she seriously got a lot of followers by people genuinely thinking that she was Amish. Also, I know I just hit 1 million subscribers recently, so I wanted to say thank you, Weirdos, so much. Like, it really means a lot to me. I'm gonna make a full, like, video about just the 1 million subscriber special later, because I promised one time that I'd change my middle name to Danger. Anyways, just thank you, but let's get into it. This is an old screenshot because she actually ended up having over 600,000 followers, but she has deleted all of her videos in her entire account, so it's kind of hard to find, you know, a ghost. But basically, a plain girl is like, she's, you know, Amish or Mennonite. The Amish clothes, the lack of social media, which makes her TikTok interesting. It's Amish. She's Amish, and she would post videos like this.
I work at a plain store, so of course I'm not going to tell you whether I'm Amish or Mennonite, and I will laugh at you when you get it wrong. I work at a plain store, so of course I'm going to entertain your children with songs and stories while you're checking out.
Hey, by the way, don't entertain my children with songs and stories while I'm checking out. I know it's not the point of this, but like, I have to say, if you are Amish, I still don't want you to entertain my child with songs and stories. Like, imagine you're checking out and you just have like a few apples, you put them up there, and an Amish person just goes, "There once was a man who's made of wheat. His name was Scarecrow Wheaty Man." I'm gonna snatch that apple, grab my kid, and get the fuck out of your store. Anyways, not the point. Let's get back to this so you can really get an understanding of the types of videos that she makes.
I work at a plain store, so of course if you come in with dyed hair, piercings, or tattoos, I'm going to stare at you. Not because I'm judging you, but because I want them to. I work at a plain store, so of course I'm going to give your children candy, simply because I think that they are cute.
Okay, I stop. Don't give my kid candy while you're singing to him. By the way, I don't even have a kid, but I'm very defensive of young Cooper Jr. Scarecrow had a peppermint stick and he fed it. I'm slapping that candy out of the way and grabbing Cooper Jr.'s hand and getting the fuck out of there. But also she said if somebody comes in with dyed hair, she's gonna be staring at them, not because she's judging, but because she wants it. And that is a quintessential piece of Sarah Joy lore. It's crucial to your understanding of her that is the type of thing that she was saying. In addition to this, when I see the pretty girls in big sweatshirts and messy buns stressing over college classes, tests, professors, and final, I'm so sorry. You should be at the club. This video has 4.5 million views.
What does she mean by that?
People stand Sarah Joy. People love Sarah
What does
Joy.
she mean
People
by this?
pitied Sarah Joy. Well, this poor girl, she wants to get out of this toxic community that just holds women down and makes them lesser than they should be. Amish communities are
Kinda
so bad
fixed
to
me.
girls, especially this girl who wants to get out. And again, just
Yeah.
we've all seen the title of this video. She's lying.
I work at a plain store, so of course I just want to close up, go home, and sew.
Ain't that right, my fellow Amish?
Yeah,
Nothing like closing up at the plain store, going home, and
yeah,
sewing it. That's what Amish people do, right?
sweet.
If I know Amish people, and I do, they love sewing, churning butter, and accidental incest. Yeah, statistically, Amish are incest.
Yeah,
that is also true. That's why they look like that. But I'm not saying that about Sarah Joy. She's probably not a child of accidental incest because she's not Amish. When it sinks in that your life is dictated by old men who don't even know your
Fucking
name.
lying to us.
Don't be singing Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For right now. Listen, it's a good song, but you're lying. Like, how are you not embarrassed when you're doing this? At this point, you're probably saying, Cooper, come on, give us proof. How do we know that she's lying? How do we know? Is this just speculation? Is this just because she's on TikTok? No, let me show you. Because she made the mistake of posting this video saying that it was going to be her last. And it led to some people in her life coming out and talking about her because they were a little bit upset about seeing her, you know, get wildly famous over a complete fabrication. We're gonna watch the video that she posted first, and then the people proving that she was not Amish ever. This video was posted when there was only like mild speculation, like a Reddit snark page type shit. This is not a response to being exposed. This is what led to the exposing. Also, I'm sorry about the little text that pops up here. It's just somebody re-uploaded it. Ignore it. I think that they're seeing a lot of things that aren't actually there and are a little bit, you know, true crime brained, if you know what I mean.
Hello. This is the last TikTok that I'm going to be making.
Damn, girl, are you saying this outside of an airport runway?
Oh shit, my bad.
Because the Amish community has said that. Also, yeah, you like the text popping up. Fidgeting. Sounds like she's been crying. Get a grip. Ignore the pop-up text. Let's keep going.
This is the last TikTok that I'm going to be making while I'm still in the community. It has been very nice to get to know all of you, and I appreciate the opportunity that you have given me
What?
to talk about the community. I wish you all well.
Okay, so the first time I watched that video, I was concerned because the person I was watching it didn't like spoil that this was all fake. But it's fake. She's putting on this facade as if she's like being held, like she's being forced out of her TikTok. She's being forced to not make TikToks anymore. But it's not true. It's fake. She's lying. She made it look like she was being held at gunpoint. What? She's fucking lying. She's fucking lying about it all, and it fucking pisses me off because I thought it was real. But it's not real. She's fucking a liar. What the fuck?
Yeah, so she's saying, this is the last TikTok I will be making in this community. I'm still in the community, but it's nice knowing y'all. This is my last TikTok. Now, when somebody gets really famous online and then they post a weird video that has people speculating with like red circles of, glances away, is there a kidnapper behind the camera? Not every situation is like that, okay? But when somebody posts something like this and they have a level of fame online, people go crazy over it. Because it feels like a true crime thing and it feels like something to be obsessed over, like what the hell's going on? And the fervor and panic that happened over this, by the way, 12.9 thousand comments.
That's a lot.
So many people panicking.
That's a lot.
So in response to this video, somebody who knew Sarah Joy, by the way, this necklace is gonna come out. It's like a mushroom, and then pearl and tiger's eye, and then mushroom. May 1st, weirdothings.com. You can get necklaces right now. Weirdothings.com. Do it. But somebody who knew her in real life made a video exposing her. So let's watch that now.
TikTok clearly doesn't like the truth because I posted a video about Sarah Joy and her sister Anna. Yes, not her friend Anna, her sister, and how Sarah Joy is lying to all of TikTok about being Amish. She's not. I provided video evidence. I submitted an appeal to TikTok, and I hope that they approve. But just in case you guys haven't seen it before, or I was tagged.
Get to the point! Sorry, I'm choosing peace. I just wanted to include this into the video and I know I could have started the video here for this, but I want to make a statement, a PSA. There's millennial pauses, and then there is, throughout all generations, the 30-second ramble. Find God. I'm putting my hands up, calling out to God. In Jesus' name, please stop the 30-second ramble. In Jesus' name. God, I'm thinking about praying to this. Okay.
Tagged in a lot of other people's videos about her. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you the photos again. Our Amish princess with makeup.
Now, I know, that doesn't seem like a gotcha yet. Although Amish people are not allowed to wear makeup because they're Amish. Don't ask too many questions. Same thing with Mormons, although Mormons can comment on videos. By the way, I love you, Mormons. I just think that your whole thing is weird. But with Amish people, they can't even comment. The fuck am I even talking about? Anyways, this does not look like good evidence, but let's keep watching.
Anna, Sarah. The two people I'm covering are my friends, but there's Anna and Sarah. Them when they were little kids.
Okay, we don't need to look at them when they were little kids. That doesn't prove anything. By the way, her story, Sarah Joy's, is that she converted to being an Amish person in 2018. So that's why she's going all the way back. So I don't think that the child photo really means anything other than that she personally knows this family. Okay, so it's establishing credibility. Okay. But yeah, all of these pictures are just very clearly an Amish woman. Keep going, because there's more.
I'm covering a child's face, but there they are. them with family. Those are their parents. Sarah and Anna. Sarah at Krispy Kreme. Sarah, Anna. Hopefully my video will be back up and running here soon. So this is us in 2015.
These are just normal
I think
pictures.
This might have been like the first time I met them. I'm not really sure.
Now, she kept bringing up this other girl in that video, Anna. Who is Anna? Who's Anna? Well, she was explaining that it's her sister. Sarah had been saying that Anna was her friend this whole time. It doesn't really matter that she lied about her being friend or sister. That doesn't matter. Not really important at all, but we do know that they are sisters. That has been proven, which makes this extra layer very interesting because Anna, Sarah Joy's sister, has also been exposing Sarah Joy.
No way.
Oh shit, really?
This is a
Are you
wrinkle I haven't
serious? Are you
seen.
joking? Sí, soy serio. Which in Spanish means I'm serious. Anna posted this. I never wanted to be in the middle of all of this. I just wanted people to know if she was safe. Now I'm looking at losing one of my best friends. Now, in my opinion, if you're Anna's best friend and you're gonna stop being her best friend because Anna's sister is lying about being Amish, you're a bad friend. But it did lead to this extra layer where somebody commented, don't get involved again. The adults know that she's making it all up. And truthfully, it was okay because it was harmless until people were scared for her. Now people know she's safe. It's not that serious. And she liked the comment. That person made another comment. It's not worth your mental health to keep up with her charade. Not fair to you. And then she liked that comment too. So it's like, I don't want to say that's exposing her sister, but it is confirming. And it does bring up a good point. Honestly, she was just cosplaying as being Amish. Does it really matter? Is this like drama? Are we upset with her for this? People lie. I don't think that it makes her a bad person by any means. I think that, you know, she gets hired to work at this plain store and has to dress in modest clothing anyways, which is true. That part is true. That's why she was at the store. She just got hired to work there. And, you know, she's wearing this clothing and then thinks, oh my gosh, this is kind of like cosplay. I could make a TikTok about this. And then it blows up and then she makes more and more and now it's all exploding and she's like trying to grapple with this. It's like I always say, it's TikTok brain. And positive reinforcement for one action can lead you down a path where you keep chasing
you know what, it's just weird. It's just weird. Like, why are you lying? Like, why are you lying about this group of people that you're not a part of? It's kind of strange because, like, if you put this into any other context, it's weird, you know? But we forgive it because she's pretending to be Amish, and primarily, if not all, Amish people are white. So it's weird. It's very, very strange because it's like, well, who is she? She's not really like I mean, she's appropriating like a culture, but it's a very like questionable culture filled with like really strange. Why is really the big question. Is like, why would she do this? She has no reason to lie on TikTok about this, if not just for the fact that she wants to get views. But you don't have to lie to get views. You can just, you know, be your authentic self. And if your authentic self isn't getting views, there's nothing you can do about that. So don't lie about it. It's fucking weird.
And sometimes it works, but in a case like hers, for it to work, she has to keep lying and keep lying and keep
That's
lying
what I'm saying.
and keep lying.
Why the fuck you lying?
And in the process
Why
of
the
saying all
fuck
these
you
lies, she ends up
lying?
adopting this persona of this community that she's cosplaying as, making actual statements about how being a woman inside of this community is so bad and so harmful. But once she's done that, once she has genuinely lied, like it's not a joke, it's not satire, it is just a lie about being Amish, and then putting the victimhood of the women who are in that community onto
Yes,
yourself.
exactly. That's the weird part, is she's bringing in this victimhood narrative, but there are actual like women and children that have to live through this and have been living through this for their entire lives. It's not okay for you to just take this culture and these problems that are within the culture and say that they're your problems, because most likely, even if you are a convert, you know, yeah, like I believe that, sure, it's still strange to go through this and say, well, actually, not only am I a convert, but I'm also struggling to, like, be myself. It's like, that doesn't make sense. Why convert to a group of people you actively know are going to, like take away, like, certain rights or aspects of your life? You know, that's just not... It's just not something someone would do. It's just strange that you do that. It's like, I don't know.
get sympathy and clout and fame off of other people's victimhood. That's where it comes in, where it's like, okay, on the one hand, it was harmless, but then it goes there and it's actually kind of shitty. But from this girl's perspective, in her experience, she's just filming these videos on her phone. And it's like a video game as all these likes are at. She's just thinking, what can I post next? What can I post next? What could be good for this? What could be good for this?
Exactly.
And that is TikTok brain. That is my updated version of TikTok brain definition. By the way, that also reminds me of the thought that I had. When it sinks in that your life is dictated by old men who don't even know your name, isn't that true for every woman in America? Am I right, ladies? Sorry, I hate Mitch McConnell. Sorry, any chance I can get to talk about Mitch McConnell. Anyways, if at this point you're still thinking to yourself a little bit like, maybe there's a chance that she was actually Amish for a little bit and she just didn't tell these people, may I direct you to the discovery of her secret second TikTok. Her second TikTok's username was Antagonize the Patriarchy, and you can see she's following Kenzie Wren. Kenzie is the girl's video we showed earlier that exposed her the first time, confirming that they know each other. But also, if you just look at some of the videos that she made, I think it's very clear to see that she was not Amish. As you can see on the bottom left, it was posted actually on Halloween night in 2022, which is 4 years deep into her being Amish, which is just, you know, she wasn't Amish. Also, hashtag giant woman, heart sparkle, hashtag for you page. I bet your family was so terrified coming to America. Sorry, Scandinavians, that's what your language literally sounds like. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's the Swedish chef. But that is what she fucking typed out. Hashtag the Holocaust. POV, you're a child on my lap while I snap leaves. What does that sentence mean? Well, let's watch. Why am I in your lap? Why am I, as a child, in your lap? Let me go. Okay, by the way, the hashtags, hashtag immigrant, hashtag as she should, heart, sparkle, hashtag Norwegian, hashtag Viking. By the way, if you have a little bit of pride over your Viking/Norwegian background, I mean, it's fine, have it, but I just want to let you know, for people who are Norwegian or Viking and just don't like have a pride over that, it looks a little bit weird. Because, you know, the one thing that we know about Vikings are that they pillaged, and then they, I can't say the word, but because, you know, so, yeah, anyway. This isn't Amish. This is 2022. This is deep in her Amish years, and she's not Amish. But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you. By the way, is that the right word? I would be remiss? What the fuck does that mean? Why does everybody say that? Remiss, definition. Negligent in the performance or work or duty, careless, showing neglect or attention. Oh, okay, yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about the last video that she posted. Hey, that felt good. She deleted almost all of her other videos and then posted this. And then shortly after deleted her entire account.
What is it?
Sí, soy serio.
Friends and others. It was brought to my attention that someone is on here that I knew their sibling, I did not even really know them, who's spreading nasty, hateful rumors about me. I was told to choose the plain community, the community that I am in, or the world.
Okay, so she's talking about Kenzie, that girl who posted the video exposing that she's known this girl for a long ass time and how she's not Amish. And then we also see like they for sure knew each other because her second account followed her. She's saying this person, I barely even knew her. So again, lying. This is where the gaslighting is. But at this point, it's kind of sad because
My friends' birthday parties, they were there. I met them. They were nice, a little bit weird because they were homeschooled.
yeah, they were homeschooled. By the way, if you're homeschooled feeling judged right now, so was I. But to be fair, I also went to a homeschool co-op. So 2 days a week I would go there. I got a lot of socialization. I got a lot of friends. And I went to my homeschool bowling league. And I went to youth group at church on Wednesday nights. So I wasn't an
That's the worst
anti-social homeschool
offense of
kid.
it all.
And if you're wondering why Sarah Joy is like that, that's why. So yeah, that little extra piece of lore as we continue to watch this video of her, just let that marinate, where she was homeschooled.
Be all in or all out, and it was my choice to make. And so I chose the plain community. Yes, I did. The girl that made those awful rumors about me, saying that I'm a scammer and a fraud, I kid you not, the last time I saw her, there was somebody opening a window over there. I was not looking to the side because there was a person there holding me hostage, you goofballs.
Tell them, Sarah Joy! She's referring to the people who would, you know, make the videos where they would circle in red and say, glancing to the side, there, kidnapper over there. You know, like the video that we watched. So yeah, good point. She's not kidnapped, but you are also currently lying about what you are.
Glad
and
she's
everything
not
about
been
you,
kidnapped.
which is fine.
I was looking to the side because someone was pulling past me in a
Persecuted
truck,
someone.
alright? Not, you just stop listening to so much true crime. I'm not hostage. Anyway, this girl, who I will not say her name because she is not worth my time and attention.
But mind you, she said that she was leaving. So she said, this will be the last TikTok I make, in the fucking video where she is being nervous, looking around nervously as if she's doing something wrong. So how can we blame the people that think that something fucked up was happening when this is her saying that this is the last time she's gonna post on TikTok? And then she posts this video on TikTok saying this shit that she's fucking putting out. It doesn't make sense, Sarah. It doesn't make sense at all.
Ooh, get him! Y'all been watching too much crime. First of all, got him. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to give her attention. Boom, got him. I am not an Amish. I chose to be Amish. Didn't get him because you're not Amish and you're lying. But what else would you do? Like, if you got exposed like her, I would delete all my videos. I wouldn't.
Like, cosplaying as a different group that you're not a part of is strange. Okay? It's very, very weird. Alright? Specifically, alright, we have to be specific about this. Specifically, a group that does not really accept outsiders into their group. Alright? There's plenty of other societies and cultures that love and accept outside cultures into their culture and bring them in and accept them. My culture included. But I would not say that that is something that the Amish do. Just famously, probably not something that the Amish do, or any other really evangelical type. I don't know if Amish is evangelical, but I'm just saying as an example, any of those types of cultures or groups aren't. They're not known for being accepting, you know, and it's weird. It's really weird that she chose Amish to cosplay as Amish.
Come out here and make this video. But yeah, and also, by the way, I know you're still thinking about how I said I was homeschooled. There's different ways you can be homeschooled. The way that you're thinking about it, trust me, that wasn't me. I don't give a fuck if I wore a fedora in the 5th grade. That wasn't me. Because by the way, you know who else was in my homeschool group? Mr. Beast. Anyways, I'm gonna skip to the end of her video
That's
because it's a
not
little
true.
bit pointless
That
when you
can't-
already
that's
know
not
that
true.
she 100% is lying.
That
But
would
the
be
ending is
crazy
pretty
if it
good.
was.
Sí, soy serio.
And to be clear, I did not follow Heather Shaw on Wednesday morning. That's not accurate. I'm not sure where that went wrong, but I was not on TikTok. I had deleted the app off of my phone to stay within the guidelines of the community, so maybe I would have my place.
See how
back
she's
in it.
like, you see how she's playing it up? It's weird, it's manipulative, because she's not Amish. We've already confirmed that she's not Amish. There's pictures of her during when she says she converted to being Amish, not Amish. So what the fuck is she trying to say here? Why is she crying over this idea of a community that is abusing her? Why is she crying about that? She shouldn't be crying about that because it's not real. It's weird. It's very strange.
So I could be upfront and forward with the bishop when he comes on Sunday that I am off of it. But I have come back on here to set the record straight because some people will not leave well enough alone. And I may be losing my place in the community now because of it. Anyway, just a reminder, the people you see online are real people, and you're
Also, what community is she fucking a part of? Look at her background. They don't have those fucking shingles in the background. They don't have walls like that. Those are plastic fucking walls. I have walls like that in my apartment complex. What do you mean? These walls are fucking made of plastic. Last time I checked, you can't make plastic in a fucking Amish commune or Amish community, whatever they fucking call it. I don't know. I'm not Amish. But I doubt they have plastic fucking walls, like outdoor walls like that. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Actions surrounding them have real consequences.
Also, thanks to everybody who thought that I was kidnapped and tried to help me. I really appreciate that. I'm not kidnapped. I'm just at my house.
It's really tough to see that knowing that she's 100% lying. It's really embarrassing. I gotta talk to the bishop tomorrow because the bishop's gonna kick me out of the community if he finds out I'm still posting on the TikTok. Babe, can I call you babe? I don't want to. Okay, can I just say real quick, we know that you don't have a bishop. It's very clear that you just got exposed and are trying to somehow make everybody feel guilty. You proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm lying? Well, it just so happens that I'm not lying, but I'll never post again. But it's not because I'm lying. It's because the bishop, this bishop over here who you have no idea who he is and can never verify his existence. He said if I don't stop posting on the TikTok, he's gonna kick me out of the Mennonite land. So yeah, we all know that she's just doing it because she got found out and doesn't, have the ability to continue posting on there anymore. But instead of fessing up to it, she's still gonna continue to lie and gaslight and say, no, actually no. You know who that reminds me of? Donald Trump, am I right? Hey, it's the election year. Hey, who's ready for some fun Donald Trump jokes? Bet you haven't heard of him before. Somebody who's lying? Isn't that Donald Trump? Save us, President Trump! You see that video? Okay, look at this.
President Trump, if you see this, please save us.
She's in the bathroom. She's on the toilet. That's a bathroom. There's makeup behind her. And now she might have like a little table for her makeup, but look at the thing behind her. That's a towel rack. This is the bathroom. She's sitting on the fucking toilet crying about Donald Trump. I hate America. Why is she doing this? What the fuck?
I don't even see our American flag anymore. Biden is talking with some kind of crazy flag.
Oh, it's so gross. Biden doesn't even have an American flag. It's some kind of crazy flag. Anyways, poor jokes aside. Yeah, that girl ain't Amish, and now we all know it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe. I have 1 million!
President Trump, please save us. President Trump, please. I don't even see American flags anymore. President Trump. Biden just has flags of rainbows, like gay rainbows. President Trump. So expect a lot more jokes like that from me in 2024 because it's an election season and Donald Trump is a bad guy.
Hey guys, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, welcome back.
Okay, that's disgusting. Holy fuck. That's the grossest shit I've ever seen. Why do conservatives do that? There's so many videos of conservatives just fucking getting angry as fuck or sad as fuck on the toilet and making videos and fucking streaming on the toilet. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to know you're on the toilet. Specifically you fucking weirdos. Nobody wants to fucking hear you shit your fucking self on the toilet. I was watching fucking Javon Bradley, the streamer that I watch on here sometimes. And he gets into a debate with a guy, and the guy literally, you hear him walk into the bathroom, he turns the little air ventilation thing on, sits down, you hear the toilet open, he sits down and he takes a shit in the middle of a fucking debate. It's disgusting. That's so gross. That's so disgusting, bruh. And then people get mad at fucking Hassan for leaving his table to, take up, piss or something. At least Hassan isn't fucking taking a camera into the fucking bathroom and, letting you see him piss. Or live streaming his actual stream. on the fucking Twitch. That's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Why do they do that? It's just they're just trying to be disrespectful and fucking disgusting. Okay. Okay, hold on. What? Wait, what the hell? Are you kidding me? Oh, is this not? Wait, what? Oh! I'm stupid. Sorry about that. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. Oh wait, yeah, I do need to do that. President Trump, please save us. Please. They got the fucking gay flag on the fucking wall. Please, President Trump. A little bit smaller. There you go. Alright, let's see here. Damn it. Okay. That's the Skype phone number. If you have, if you want to debate or talk about these questions up here, feel free. I'm gonna pull up a video game that I'm going to play in the background. President Trump, please save us. Please. Okay. Okay, let's give me a second here. All right, let's move forward.
Back, if you're not, today we'll be following up on the last video where I saved a bunch of those children from that hospital fire, a la Mr. Beast. You'll want to check that one out. Guys, what I did just now was an example of me saying whatever I wanted to, throwing it to a wall, hoping it would stick, and it got me to thinking, hey, this would be funny. What if you just did that for 2 hours and you turned it into a movie, you would probably be Donald James Parker, a writer, actor, and director in quite a few films where he does just that. Seeing one of his earliest credits here is Gramps Goes to College. Looks like he starred in that one. But please don't let this innocent facade fool you, because he is the creator of today's film, Hearts Are Trump. Not hearts with, or like hearts of, or harps. What? No, the title is actually Hearts Are Trump. And when you open up the movie, the first screen that you see is like, it's like a playing card background. The movie has nothing to do with playing cards, unless we're talking about like a Trump card. That might be it. I don't know how to describe this film other than a lengthy manifesto carried out by a cast of characters who, for minutes at a time, spew nothing but conspiracy theories. That being said, prepare yourself for the most confusing experience of your life. Let's hop in. When we think of the first 2.5 minutes of a movie, you know, we think opening credits, a swelling orchestra. I don't know, you know, maybe like, you know, telling us anything about the story. But I need you to understand that this movie is nothing, okay? I'm not even joking. Like, this movie is actual nonsense. It opens to a couple sitting on their couch watching a super low quality religious broadcast.
It's discerning that socialism wants to take over this country, and China is doing this strategically as they are at war with us.
And if you haven't noticed yet, there's the man himself, Donald James Parker. Donald James Parker might be my favorite and least favorite person to look at ever. And I think it's because he's the oldest little boy I've ever seen. But basically, for the first 2.5 minutes of the movie, these dorks watch this guy on TV talk about religion and politics like he's translating the Hammurabi Code in real time.
People in this country that are in leadership would allow it to happen because it has to do with socialism.
When they finish watching, though, it gets Grandma so fired up that she immediately calls her granddaughter Abby. But when she picks up the phone, this is how she introduces herself.
Abby, this is Grandma Woods.
And this is gonna sound like a rather trivial argument, but this just doesn't really make sense to
Grandma
me. Like, who
Woods.
talks to their grandmother and addresses her by her last name? You know, obviously this is a Donald James Parker question, you know, DJP. Maybe he just really needed to establish that character 5 words into the film's dialogue. But I don't know, I wouldn't get a dog and name it, you know, like Dog King.
Hey, I want you to do me a favor. It's not hard. Watch a TV show on YouTube and drag your mother along. I'll send you the link on Facebook.
Okay, but you gave perfect context clues seconds
That's
later.
so
Who the fuck else
weird.
is gonna call up you and your mom to talk about a religious Facebook clip? We don't actually get to hear Abby
is
on the
so
other line
weird.
because, like, you know, why would they make the film good? But it would seem that she immediately says no to the clip, so it's kind of epic. Grandma does convince her to watch it though by saying that she'll make her famous cinnamon rolls in Awesome Guys, because I was getting worried. I forgot she was a grandma. Donald Trump, more like Donald Trope. Am I right, guys? Come on.
More like Donald Stunk, am I right? Because he shits himself.
You really think they're gonna watch?
Fuck no. Hey, and you know what else I wish I didn't have to watch? Pretty much every scene in this film. The reason in this scene specifically is that Grandma's only able to get about 1 line in before Donald has a dementia fit and leaves reality.
If we don't do anything, we're partly responsible for letting it happen.
You know, I just recently saw a paraphrasing of an Abraham Lincoln quote that
Hey,
went
nurse,
something like,
nurse, he's starting to piss again. I also love that the Lincoln quote is a paraphrase. That's so radical right, you know? You could talk about, you know, like the Gettysburg Address, right? But what about instead you talk about something that someone heard someone say apparently? The rest of this scene, which is about 4 minutes long, is just a big directionless conversation that basically centers around the idea that if we lose our freedom, we're a threat to ourselves. Also, we love Donald Trump. We love Donald Trump. But this shit is mostly just nonsense, dude. It's like the same complaint over and over with like wild examples and metaphors.
you know, I can't count the number of nightmares I had about Russian aircraft flying over America. I never lost any sleep worrying
Why
about
are you
America
having those
crumbling
nightmares,
from within.
It just gets
Grandpa?
so crazy that it feels like what this scene really was one
Weird.
long tangent
Weird that
they
you
had
have
to
those
cut into
nightmares.
pieces to
That's a
make it feel like
strange
dialogue.
nightmare to
I can't
have.
even begin to tell you how many directions this conversation takes, but I can certainly throw in some highlights.
I know that there were Americans that argued against fighting in World War II until Pearl Harbor.
If America goes down the tubes, it's going to be the whole world against Israel. This time it looks like Maybe a war is coming to me.
And the war one, it's super important because what they basically end up doing in this scene is planning out a full crusade. And I hesitate to bring this up because I literally talked about a crusade in the last video, but this one is even more spot on, so like I just have to bring it up. They want to unite their local church to uphold Christian values in their local government and hopefully convince other churches in America to do the same. That's word for word.
That's insanity. That is insanity. Like, why? Why? That's the one. Okay. Shrink that down. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect.
Donald, knock knock. I was just reading through the script, a couple things. There are a couple concerning things, actually. So, we have two senile, elderly conservatives, religion-based political theories, and a local civil war pretty much underway.
Vsauce here. Hey,
But you know
YouTube,
what else I
Vsauce
forgot?
here.
Guys, very similar to the production of this movie, I often feel that I'm spending my money in all the wrong places.
Damn
Well,
it.
folks, I'm in luck because today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. This per saving with is category tapping a button bills on its subs for you. So to save rocketmoney.com's money, people. While you were watching that ad, I looked you up and I found the book on bear facts that you're reading, which is so embarrassing. Everyone watching is laughing right now. I also looked up that Grandma Wood's name is Carrie. So
Carrie
it makes
Woods.
life a little easier. Wow, the
Get
lighting
it?
is so majestic now. I'm shooting with the windows open for the first time. Now, Carrie, Abby, and the mom, Connie, are sitting down to talk about the Facebook clip, and we find out that Abby and her mom are liberal and loving it.
Panoramic
Liberal.
pandemic paranoia, if I might get poetic.
You know, just because someone's paranoid does not mean that somebody isn't out to get them.
No, yeah, I hear you. It sounds like you're paranoid, though. What's really interesting about this is they frame the woke liberal characters as the villains, which admittedly is something that we don't often see in movies. But it's so funny to watch because you can clearly tell that it is a liberal written by a conservative, so every single line that they say is just bait for the conservative character to say the most asinine bullshit on the planet.
And I would say that CNN is fake news.
I'm so tired of all of this crap. I'm just gonna ignore both of them.
That worked really well for the Jews when Hitler was doing his thing.
I mean, just wow. I love it when my grandma blames the Holocaust on complacency. She also totally compares Joe Biden to Hitler at one point on the basis that they're both
insane,
ungodly.
man.
And then the mom is like, did you just say that? And she's like,
Not at all. Just saying.
we start to find out that the mom's character is super politically neutral, which is not only divisive, but also just super whiny and annoying.
Maybe they both have an agenda. Maybe they're both wrong.
You know, it could be.
Oh, Donald! Oh, sorry, man. You scared me. Are we supposed to believe that he was just there the whole time without a peep? I've seen this guy talk a mile a minute
this guy
about
was
politics.
behind the
When
camera
someone
and
like
then
this is
decided,
silent,
"Actually,
there
I'm
is
not in the
definite
movie
cause
enough."
for worry. They start to argue about Black Lives Matter, which Donald and Carrie believe to be an organization that's paid to protest about nothing.
Unless they've been hired by someone to pretend to protest.
But get ready for this question dodge, guys. Okay, this one's really gonna it's gonna change your opinions on everything.
Why would they need to be hired?
When is the last time that you saw a protest to end sex trafficking?
Oh my God! What? What? No, wait, hold on. Let me
He's
just
so
grab it.
he's so fucking.
Wait, hold on, wait. It's moments like this
Bro,
in the
you
film
wrote
that
the movie.
it's just
Why are
so
you like,
apparent to me
nah,
that
good
everyone in the
point.
movie,
Like, that's
they
you-
really just was
you
so
said
excited
that.
to talk. You know what I mean, though? Like, when is the last time you saw someone like this get more than 3 sentences out during a political argument? This must be why like half of the film makes no sense. Half of this was probably Donald being like, no, Mr. Trump is a good man. You're not listening. Finally, silence.
Where are the protests over black babies being murdered before they're born?
The hell?
Those black lives don't seem to matter.
Okay, shut up. The rest of the argument goes how you'd
That's
expect.
not-
I'm sure we've all had this conversation with a grandparent before. But after witnessing the whole argument and doing nothing to support her daughter,
That's
guess
not-
what Connie
not what
says?
that
You both had
means.
some really good points. I'm probably gonna vote for Trump.
This is naturally a very angering movie to watch, but it's to the point where every single scene feels like choosing the worst QuickTime option in a video game. We get a little top off to this scene on the side of the house where Abby gets mad at her mom for not thinking about all the bad shit that Trump's done. And like that, literally like, her mom's like, all right, fuck it, we're back.
How can you have forgotten about that?
You're right. Guess I better vote for Biden.
All right, next scene, let's do this.
Yeah,
In this
it's
scene,
great
Abby and her
that
mom
you can just
return
be
home
so
to the dad using his
flip-floppy.
e-reader of some sort. And I know this
No,
family's
there's
supposed to be
nothing like
liberal, but
somebody
like, come
that
on,
sits
look at
on
the
the
tablet
fence.
case he's using. Come on, oh my.
It's all the same thing. Politicians and preachers, just a bunch of con men.
Okay, but base dad.
Make me something to eat.
Oh, come on, we were doing good. Craziest part about this conversation is that it ends off with the dad being like,
They really had to-
fucking
yeah.
idiots. Like, dude, the conversation was completely pleasant until you started the lobotomy fantasy.
Luckily, my parents are woke, so I don't have to deal with any of that political confrontation garbage.
Me and you both, sister. You nursed that coffee. Yeah, haven't we all had that conversation with our friends where we talk about how woke our parents are? If it ain't woke, don't fix it. Am I right, guys? Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Go. Oh, that guy shot me. What the fuck? The intro to this scene is funny because while they're talking at the table, the two guys who are about to enter the scene literally run in from all the way
very
down the road.
natural.
The casting choice here was
Very
bizarre. I mean, this guy looks like he was either, working out or disposing of a body. This guy,
I'll never know.
man, I don't know what I think about this guy. But his name is Troy, and he's going to become a very important character. The other guy, Kenny, is not. In fact, him and that girl are both about to leave and never come back. So my question is, why would they make Kenny such a character, and why is that character an Italian mobster?
Troy Williams, let me introduce you to two ladies I know.
Oh yeah, he's so scary. And one more thing, I'm sorry. I'm only focusing on him so much because he's about to turn to dust. He's dressed like a mobster, but talks like a cowboy.
You guys want to join us?
And I thought you were never gonna ask.
Okay, that's it, moving on. These two get to talking about their work life. It's a truly dreadful conversation, but when Abby mentions COVID, Troy says,
So you're doing the whole mask thing?
okay, let me just put this. So Troy and Kenny are anti-maskers, and not to be that guy, but that's not very surprising. I hate the way that Troy's actor speaks.
When you study like how small the coronavirus is and how big the holes are in any type of non-surgical covering,
Oh my goodness.
Kind of overrated.
That's
And the
not
conversation
how
in this scene
masks
is
work.
wildly on the nose.
Wait,
Same as before.
wait,
Someone says
hold
one
on.
normal thing, and then the next character.
That's not how masks work. Does this guy know anything about, like, physics? Or biology? I mean, just with a basic understanding, you know that, like, clothes have a level of, like, electrical pull to them, right? And you know, like, biological things are drawn to electricity? You know that, right? A virus is a biological agent. The mask is going to suck it into the fabric, especially if you're breathing through the mask. It's not gonna, the fucking biological agent isn't gonna dodge shit because it's not gonna, you can't dodge fucking an electrical current. No matter, especially at that level, like that small of a level. The only time people could have gotten COVID while wearing a mask is when they take off the mask. Because that's when they're more susceptible to it. There's just, the likelihood is much lower when you have a mask on. So I hate this rhetoric of people saying, like, don't wear masks, don't wear masks, don't wear masks. It's like, wear masks more often. If there's anything we learned from this fucking pandemic, is that we need to wear a mask. If you are sick, if you're coughing, if you think that other people are carrying this sickness that you have, you should put on a mask. It's that simple. It's that simple. I still see people in this red-ass state I live in. I still see people wearing masks. Red-ass fucking state. People still wearing masks. Because it's a health benefit. It benefits you to wear a mask. Rather than pretend that the fucking virus is going to slip in between the multiple different woven fibers of a mask. And what does he mean, masks that aren't surgical masks? What, are you wearing like a painter's mask? Those literally have vents in them to allow you to breathe. Like what? Every mask that you could buy on like Amazon or at Walmart is gonna be it's a surgical mask. It's just they're not gonna use that in a surgery room because you need things to be disposable when you go into a surgery room. There's a difference. It's just called whatever is most you know, fucking what is it called? Whatever's most useful to that situation, whatever works best for that situation is what you're going to use. If in an operation room, they need a mask that can be disposable, because if you touch the mask and you've got like blood on your hands, well, hey, nurse, get me a new mask. You don't got blood on your hands. Put a new clean mask on my face so we're not spreading blood-borne viruses. That's how that works. That's why they do that. That's what those masks are for. So that way, if they get blood on their face, their face is itchy, they can itch their face, remove the mask, somebody removes the mask for them, or they remove the mask, and then they put on a new mask. Or they'll wear multiple masks on their face at one point. Like, it's insanity. It's insanity. The masks you wear, because you're not a fucking surgeon, are better. They're actually better. Because they're made of, like, fabric. You know? They're made of more than just, like, a papery material. It's like, legitimate fabric. It's fucking stupid. Oh, the disease or the virus can go through the fibers because it's so small. It's like, how small do you think that is? How small do you think a cell is? You know, we knew about cells a long time ago, and we created microscopes a long time ago. They're not that small. In comparison to the size of an atom, or to the size of an electron, they are not that small. They are actually quite big in comparison. They're ginormous in comparison, because you can't microscope your way to an atom. You can't. You cannot. It's impossible. But you can get a simple microscope and look at a cell. Go grab one of those fucking video microscopes, put it on your skin, you will literally see the cells, the skin cells. They're stacked on top of each other. You'll see the cracks between the skin. That is the delineation of skin cells. Like, come on, man. They're not that interesting. They're very, very weird. They're very, like, normal looking. You know, they're not interesting, but you can see them. And they're like, oh, well, a cell is a cell. Like, you can't see it. It's like the fucking dust particles. Some cells are as big as dust particles. You know what I mean? So, like, you can see them, alright? You can fucking see them. Go grab a leaf, get one of those, like, $12 fucking video microscopes, put it up to a leaf, you will literally see the cells on a leaf. It's not that difficult. They're very big. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure the COVID virus is gonna fucking... It's not gonna go through the fucking mask, okay? The mask I have has the fabric in front, a large, thick piece of fabric in the center of it, and then the last piece of fabric that goes over your mouth. That's like 3, 4, 5 layers. Because depending on the fat of what goes on in the middle of the mask, it's near impossible. Just out of sheer luck. Out of sheer like statistical probability, the virus is more likely to hit a fiber, let alone get into and through the mask. It's just not how that works.
Manages to squeeze in.
Honestly, we're lucky.
And if you say some shit like, oh, well, how does your breath get through the mask and the virus can? Your breath, air is not a cell. Oxygen and hydrogen, not hydrogen, wait, what is it called? And oxygen is not a cell. Oxygen is a particle. It's literally a particle. It's like water, but water's just bigger. It's just a bigger particle. But air is very small. It's very small. Like, think about it this way. Think about it this way. Sand, a grain of sand, can be considered an entire particle of solid material. Now, you can break that sand into finer sand, and eventually you'll get a fine powdery dust that can float through the air. But it's still the same particle. It's still the same sand. A mountain, like a piece of rock that is all like together, is a particle, you know? And then you go all the way down to like gases, and then gases are the smallest form of that. The COVID virus is not a gas. It's a virus. It's a physical thing. It's not a gas. It's not something you can find in fucking space. It's literally a biological agent. You psychopaths.
Lucky that we don't live in a state where masks are mandatory.
However, in a painfully confusing turn of events, that friend and Kenny whisper, giggle, and then run off together, leaving Troy and Abby alone. What makes the conversation between these two so dreadful has very little to do with the script, more so the fact that it seems like these actors are the most miserable people on the planet.
So, how did you meet Kenny?
He's working part-time at my company.
Like, why are you pouting, dude? The conversation gets to talking about grandparents, and Troy mentions that his grandparents know a lot about the world. But you know how I keep saying that they go from normal conversation to manifesto in like a split second? This scene is like the perfect example of that.
Oh, so your grandparents are some of the cool boomers.
I mean, I'd say they get the world, and the thing that really drives them nuts is the transgender movement.
But yeah, my grandfather was a great man. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that COVID actually originated. He goes on a 1.5-minute transphobic rant using wildly idiotic justifications. And not only does he get through to her, but she takes it as flirting.
I never wanted to be a boy, though.
I'm glad.
Like, if we're comparing this to the progression of a typical movie, this is supposed to be like the origin of their love.
They're bonding over transphobia.
Well, they bond over a whole lot of other shit too. It's nothing but discriminatory and dangerous rhetoric for another few minutes.
Let me guess. You'll be voting for Trump.
That's kind of a no-brainer for me.
To make matters worse, though, it's super boring, and we find out that Troy likes that crazy TV pastor from the beginning.
He's a sharp guy and like a really eloquent speaker. What he said about Roe versus Wade being overturned seriously gave me goosebumps.
That is straight up the worst line ever written for the screen. After a full 6-minute non-stop conversation about radical politics, Troy asks Abby out to dinner and she accepts. We then cut to a meeting with priests from a bunch of different towns, and I just want to know what's going on in this guy's church. But yeah, it's basically a conspiracy meeting that we find out is organized by Donald, so I guess he really followed through on his plan from the beginning. I'd like to know what time of day they shot this though, because Donald looks like a 6th grader who just woke up for school. Looks like he even chewed on his collar a bit.
I know that the gospel is not political in nature, but the gospel needs freedom.
This movie is frustratingly unclear in what point it's trying to make or what its goal is pretty much at all times. But right now, it would seem that the main characters simply fear that if Joe Biden is elected president, the church will be silenced. When it's not trying to promote that though, it just spends its time firing off dumbass opinions left and right. That's proven in the next part of the scene, because it's like every other scene, when they introduce yet another random liberal character whose only personality trait is baiting conservatives.
Maybe you guys aren't really interested in looking at what true racism is all about.
And once again, this idea of the conservative written liberal it's so funny to me, because they clearly view liberals or, you know, left-leaning individuals as like 24/7 debate prompt machines.
I want so much to get people to fight on the right side, but
Oh, what happened?
my words and my logic just don't seem to be enough.
You belong in an old folks home, man. Logic is no longer a part of your life. Are those Funko Pops in the back? Also, he's complaining about the fact that he can't get through to people, but all he's done so far is speak to a room full of 9 priests, and they all agreed with him. But after this one attempt to overthrow the government with an army of priests, they say, well, we tried, and the scene is over. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be super candid with you. This next scene is 6.5 minutes long, and all it is Abby asking her grandparents questions. In that span of time, the only important thing that's discussed in terms of plot is the fact that Abby has been seeing a new guy. She says that he's like a boomer in a Gen Z body, to which Carrie replies,
And is it a nice Generation Z body?
hey, Donald, little too excited for this one, okay? Calm down. Look how curious and cheeky he is, you know? I can't describe it, but all I can think about is the fact that this guy has to be the most evil human being on the planet. So yeah, that exchange sucked, but then we get hit with this.
Yeah, when I first met your grandma, she was burning things too, but it wasn't the flag.
Oh.
Fucking beyond filthy, man. Yeah, that's so beyond filthy that it's vegan, huh? No! The next scene decides to introduce us to an entirely different storyline. This is Desmond hiding in a bathroom. He overhears some liberal protesters having a long-ass conversation at the urinals, but you can't understand like half of it. But what we do find out is that Donald James Parker thinks that all liberal protesters want 2 things. They want to dress like they're in a biker gang, and they really want to go out and kill cops. That's it. That's the liberal agenda. When Desmond goes outside to tell his girlfriend what he learned, she actually ends up agreeing with the protesters, so they break up.
If you're gonna be this way, you and I aren't gonna work out.
Oh, by the way, this character is the son of this character. Just thought I would throw that out there. Apparently, Desmond and Troy know each other, and you know, when you run into someone you know, it's usually like, oh, hey, what up? Yeah, but instead, Desmond's just like, hey, man, can I get a ride home?
Desmond.
Man, can I get a ride home?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm parked around the corner.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Like, why do you get fed up at the end? The scene that happens between them is, surprise, surprise, a long conversation. But instead of sharing any actual dialogue, they just have Desmond ask Troy a bunch of questions about what he thinks about black people. It is a ridiculous excuse for a progressive dialogue, and I've written a couple things down that Troy says, just to read it back to you. He slightly excuses police brutality, saying,
Man, I think being a police officer is a really tough job. And you never know when the bullets are gonna fly your way. So yeah, I mean, they get anxious and they get jumpy.
He says some of the biggest enemies to black success are black leaders, essentially implying that black people are an enemy to themselves. But then he cites Ben Carson as an exception to the rule. And finally, he says that calling someone an Uncle Tom should be received as a compliment.
Man, and that should be a compliment. Uncle Tom from the novel was the prototype of the godly man.
And to prove it, he makes Desmond read a Bible verse about being subservient and obeying God. Meaning not only was he being racist, but he proved it by then doing something even more racist. Now watch what happens when I just fucking drop you at the end of the scene.
If the government takes everyone's gun, one terrorist can take over an entire town with a machine gun.
There you go. And now I better go.
Wow, way to wrap it up. We don't even need to know what they were talking about. It's like reading the last page of a book before you buy it. It's usually around this point of the video where we're getting towards the end of the movie, but due to the jarring length and content of the scenes, we're not even halfway through. But to combat this, I'm gonna kind of just summarize every scene moving forward, because I think it's pretty clear that
Johnny
they're all
down the
the
street
goddamn
doesn't
same.
need a gun. He doesn't need a fucking automatic assault rifle.
That's the scene. This next scene that takes place in the car is about marriage. Abby is basically like, hey mom, so I really want to get married at some point to Troy. I think we're gonna make it happen, but every time I look at you and dad, I get fucking depressed. Her mother blames it on herself, and Abby just fully agrees with her. But somehow they still manage to spin the conversation in an upward direction at the end. I mean, barely. How the film manages to do this time and time again, it is just beyond me. In the next scene, Abby has invited Troy over for dinner, which at first the dad is appalled by, but after Troy makes a singular comment about a sports team,
I was wondering if they have a running back that was anywhere near Jonathan Taylor.
Wow.
The dad's like, yes! Yeah! And honestly, guys, I'm kind of feeling that way too, because this is the longest conversation they've had in the film that isn't about religion or politics.
I just have to get myself a IV beer keg to make it through the crisis.
Yeah, I'll probably end up spending my Saturdays campaigning for President Trump.
Ah, fuck. At home, Desmond sits his parents down to tell them that he loves Candace. He loves Candace Owens and is preparing to leave the Democratic Party. Like, truly, this shit is incredible.
Guns kill people. No, Pop. People kill people. Guns are just neutral tools.
Oh, neutral tools. Okay, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one. I hate this scene a lot, actually. I think the filmmaker's use of misrepresented black voices as a whole in this movie is absolutely sinister. But what is redeeming about this scene is that he does not succeed in converting his parents, and it's rather short. So that's, you know, it's fine. Donald's next plan of action is to start a YouTube channel. He thinks that by doing that, he'll be able to reach more people. And what's crazy to me is, like, this is something that only a mentally unstable, old, rotting person would do. But the fact that it's part of a film that's trying to, you know, take itself so seriously is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, the lack of self-awareness has layers.
God bless you. And God bless America.
Cut. Good job.
Whoa, watch the cuts there, man. He shoots that whole video in one take, no cuts, and Carrie's just like, that was life-changing. But then she tells him,
I strongly suggest you disable the comments. If you don't, you'll have people questioning your faith.
nah, shut up. I don't think that's what you have to worry about. I actually think the first comment someone's gonna leave is twerk. Troy sits on the couch with Abby's dad in the dark and asks him to speak in private, even though they're definitely already in private. And you'd think with all this talk of marriage in the film, he's gonna, you know, pull him outside and ask for permission, but no. People in this movie don't have social skills. He actually tells him that he's being a bad father and a bad husband because he doesn't believe in God anymore. Not only that, but he roasts the shit out of him.
Looks to me like your role model's Homer Simpson.
Of course, this scene has the bad ending, but so does every other one, so, you know, who gives a shit? The family has a big fight, but then the dad watches a preacher on TV and starts breaking down crying. At a mall, Troy gets his shit rocked because he decided to drip from head to toe in Trump merch. And right before Abby gets into a fight with this girl, this old man breaks them up in the most, like, pensive way possible.
I don't think so, sweetheart. You're gonna have to get past me.
Hey! But when he finds out that they're beating up a conservative, he just walks away. A big fight breaks out, and it's actually my favorite scene in the movie because there's a shot where you can see everyone frozen before they call action, and it just looks so goofy.
We're in trouble. Abby's in a fight.
Then they have a big standoff, and then, like, the end of
guy in the-
Avengers
that guy's
Endgame,
waiting.
everyone embraces, and conveniently, every character in the movie gets introduced to one another. It would seem that by doing this, they destroyed whatever
Also, that doesn't
larger
look like a
story they had
mall,
been
that looks like a
building,
fucking-
because for the rest of the movie, they just sit in the house, have political discussions, and pray. For 35 minutes. We don't learn who the new president is, we don't learn anything about the future relationships, and some of the characters just sit in the house and say nothing. There is one scene where the three younger characters go out to campaign for Trump, but like I said, it achieves nothing, and it feels like a rehash of a scene that we've already seen 3 times. They end off the film by trying to have this very, you know, facade-like, unbiased conversation.
If Trump loses, we need to pray like crazy. If he wins, we need to pray like crazy.
And it really just confirms to me that this film has no true goal.
you
They're
saying
just
it's gonna
trying to
be
do
bad
damage
either
control
way?
at the last minute so they can avoid any type of
gonna be
debate. To be
bad.
fair, I
It's gonna
probably
be
could have
bad.
broken down
It's gonna be
every
bad,
single
folks.
scene from this movie into a 10-minute discussion, but I did not have the brain power to give a single shit. And after watching this movie, I can't help but feel just like overwhelmingly disappointed, not with the actors in the film, but just for the fact that it exists in general. It's barely a movie. In fact, it just feels like a plot that Donald wants to carry out in real life, and he just slapped fake names onto everything. I don't feel bad for Donald though, and I don't think this is art. I think this is hate speech lazily disguised as a film, and it is a disgrace and a mockery to many cultures. So yeah, I'm done with this movie. I'm done. Boy, oh boy, wasn't it a goofy journey though? Can you believe some people are actually this dumb? Ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment and subscribe so that you can see more videos from me, Andy King from me. But that being said, that's all I have for you this time, folks. But until next time, okay, today, guys, we got it's a live stream
my
of
bad.
Times Square.
I didn't mean to hit him.
Believe it or not, I could just go there myself and look at it. But yeah, where's the fun in that, right?
Hey Slurs, it's your fave British meatball here with another episode of AFR.
This one is called... So I don't remember if I said the last one. The last one is called Conservative Fan Film is Wildly Offensive. by Andy King. This one is called Reacting to Bloody Anti-Abortion Christian Film, quote unquote unplanned, which is, I assume, the name of the film. Apparently this is a Pure Flix film. I'm not 100% sure. Let me just edit the video here. So if I make it really small, that might help with the buffering situation. Because I can just make it big here. So like you can see it better. And the quality doesn't change because it's just, it's anyways. Okay.
Reacts. Today we're watching Unplanned, an anti-Christian film so bad it makes God wish he'd us. If you want to suggest something to react to or have a watch party with me for the next video I film for this series, you can join my Patreon. Before we drag this film for filth, don't forget to hit subscribe and like this video so I know you want to see more. Unplanned says it's based on a true story, but most of it feels like a fever dream about a budget Saw knockoff. So grab a bowl of popcorn and a second bowl to throw up in, and let's watch the movie based on the selling memoir by Abby Johnson that critics are calling disputed. Ouch. The film starts off with this nasty little child creeping into what I can only assume is kill and eat her sleeping parents.
You better run!
Alarm. It's monster.
They want to paint a picture of a normal white family with dark hair just being cute.
Daddy didn't make the toast right. He cut it into little squares. It's supposed to be into triangles.
Except for the little Renesmee is right. Dad cutting his toast into squares is sick. Probably the most disturbing part of this entire film.
What are you doing?
This is what you call magic.
Which I saw Abby John's foot with the devil.
Mommy, don't go. Why can't you stay home and play with me?
Because Mommy has to pay for all the shitty dolls and square toast, you ungrateful little brat. Abby jets off to work, but she takes the scenic route where she can stare at straight white brown-haired couples littering the roads. Representation matters.
I've been asked 1,000 times, were you really so gullible? Were you really so ambivalent, so naive, so foolish? My answer? Yes.
And you still are.
I often find that people don't like my answers. That's understandable, because my story isn't a neat and tidy one, and it doesn't come wrapped up in a pretty red bow.
That's good, because stories never do. I think you're thinking of presence, Abby. Presence. Present. Story. Present. Story.
In fact, it's probably gonna make you squirm a bit.
The big reveal here is that she works at Planned Parenthood.
Oh
where babies go to get dye.
Oh my
I've been into her
god.
day.
To get
A woman
dyed.
says they need her help in
They
the
get their
back
hair
room.
dyed.
Hey, Abby. Sorry to bother you, but they need an extra person in the back room. Are you free?
Hey, this abortion is huge, and we need an extra set of hands getting it out.
Even though I'd been with Planned Parenthood for almost 8 years, I'd never been called into the procedure room to help the surgical team with an abortion.
Yeah, this doesn't happen.
Oh my goodness.
That's why it
That's
hasn't
crazy.
happened. And likely still hasn't
That's
happened.
crazy,
for a
'cause
reason.
that's not how that
Because
works.
little Miss Happy Tweezers over here isn't trained. She just walks her ass in there with her nasty germ paws and her
Yeah.
styled hair all loose, like she's about to accidentally run into her ex at the grocery store on a Sunday morning so she can bring up that she's engaged now.
I only do ultrasound guided procedures. I want you to hold the probe.
This might be a little cold, okay?
Content warning for like everything to do with gore and abortions, and the first few rows will get wet, soaked, and it'll be chunky. If I had to describe it in one word, it would be ill.
I'll take my tubing.
This is communist Planned Parenthood, sir. That's our tubing.
Okay, that's better.
Hold
I'm like,
still.
stay still. Whoa.
Want to get done, don't you?
Okay, not there.
It just moved away from the catheter.
They always move.
Doctors reacting to this have just been like, yeah, Abby, it's gonna move around. It's being sucked into a tube. If Gabby ever saw a kid go down a slide, she'd shit her scrubs like Caitlin Bennett at a birthday party.
I love it.
BTW is not
It
played by
moved.
an
Yeah,
actor,
we're
but
gonna
by
move it
Anthony
out.
Latino, a retired obstetrician.
We're gonna move the
gynecologist
fetus.
and longtime anti-abortion
Yeah.
activist. Also, the only doctor in the world that agreed that this is something that could plausibly happen.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty. Definitely a thing that happened. The
Yeah,
way they have to
they
make
say
these
that all
people seem like literal ghouls in order to
They
make their
always
point.
say that. I love it when they say that. At the abortion clinic.
The way its little claws are like grabbing onto
The
the,
little
side of the room. Oh my god, like Mufasa.
This is some crazy fucking propaganda
Somehow,
here.
this nearly boneless, brainless, little human-shaped clump is capable of thinking, planning, and executing an escape from harm.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense at all.
Abby runs from the room screaming and locks herself in the bathroom crying.
Where the hell is she going?
Me when the water won't run clear.
Do you need a doctor?
He is the last person that I want to see right now.
We are sent back in time 8 years and we get to meet teenage Abby. It's a rough 18. Teenager is one backpack. I also like that her hair is styled the same. She just has a little scrunchie in it to show how she's young and has no taste. She's recruited to volunteer by a Planned Parenthood rep
This
who
is so
explains that
fucked
if you're
up.
against abortion,
That is
Planned
so
Parenthood
fucked up.
provides safe access to contraceptives will actually reduce the number of abortions that people need to have.
But at Planned Parenthood, our goal is to make abortions rare.
Rare? What do you mean?
Well, by making birth control freely accessible, thousands and thousands of abortions aren't required.
I've never heard of that before.
Hard to believe that there's still some people out there that want to tell us what we can and can't do with our body.
You know, I completely agree with equal rights for women.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yes, feminist
gosh.
ally.
Oh my
Okay, sign
gosh.
me up.
But she was talking about bodily
This
autonomy.
update is a proud champion of women in crisis.
Well, hold on. You haven't done anything yet. You signed a form. She said most girls wouldn't call me a hero for this, but I'm not like other girls. I'm old.
I'm not like other girls.
How's this for
With the Grim Reaper.
Never trust a decision you don't want.
I love it when protesters bring the Grim Reaper.
While another guy is down my
That's crazy.
Isn't there someone I
That's
forgot to check
crazy.
in with? My mom. What if
Oh
your
my
mom is
God.
racist, Libby? But she didn't think about that.
Hi, are you Abby?
The hell is
Hi,
that?
I'm Summer.
That was fucking terrifying. One of my little prayer candles fucking exploded. It didn't explode, but it cracked. Like due to heat. That's a defective fucking candle there. Those things aren't supposed to do that. I've burnt so many of those, I've used so many of those little prayer candles and never have they broken like that. What happened was like the little thing that holds the wick in the, because so they're supposed to burn all the way to the bottom and then go out by themselves, but the little thing that holds the wick in place, the little metal thing, like slowly moved because of like the wax melting, and then it moved towards the like the end of the jar or the candle, and then it fucking cracked. Like there's literally a huge ass crack in it. It's fucking that was terrifying. That never happens. That has never happened to me before. Those fucking 7-day candles, that has never happened. Never once have I heard them crack, or the little candle wick holder has shifted. Terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Okay, back to the abortion.
Summer, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
So Gabby and Ponytail do a walk and talk where she describes the plan. Don't engage with the protesters, find the people who pull them into the parking lot quickly, and distract them from the screaming. Also, they get like ugly little vests.
Here, put this on so everyone knows you're with the clinic.
They could get them cuter little identifiers. Like, what about like a shield? It can be all like bright and noticeable, but it's still an accessory that's more practical. What if somebody throws something?
We've still got a few minutes before first arrival. The access code is 2229.
I'm awful at remembering those.
Oh, it's easy. It spells baby.
Oh, that's easy. It spells anus. It also spells Abby. So you should be able to remember.
Excuse me, Cheryl. This is Abby. She's our newest volunteer escort. Abby, this is Cheryl D'Alessandro, clinic director.
Miss Calendar, what are you doing here?
Oh my gosh.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
She's from Buffy. She looks amazing. I haven't seen you since Angelus ripped out your lying little Giles heartbreaking throat.
Why do they all think that the women coming in are having abortions?
On Saturdays, we only do abortions.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Here we go. First client.
Hey, princess. Does Daddy know that you're here? Yeah. Oh, here they come. Hi, Twinkies. How you doing?
Hi, Twinkies. How you doing?
What does that mean?
Okay. I know he's the bad guy, but like...
Hey.
Hi there. Starting to warm up, isn't it? I love the color of your shirt.
Don't patronize me. And this is plaid. It's not a color.
You're still gonna be a baby killer.
All right, look at me and keep walking.
And all this because you couldn't keep your legs closed.
The way the movie shows how misogynistic these people are,
fuck?
but doesn't get that it's also not okay.
And all this because you couldn't keep your legs closed. Keep walking, basic. I'm talking to the baby killer.
Abby.
Keep walking, basic. That goes so hard.
Your turn.
We know this is a really hard day for you. Your little
That sounds like
has a beating heart.
That sounds like a fucking Cyberpunk 2099 slang term. You know what I mean? I've never played Cyberpunk 2099, but I already know that there's like terminology in the game for like the future thing that they've created. It's like that seems like a fucking what? Like basic is like a coding term. Isn't that right? Isn't it like C++ basic or something? Or like there's a I don't know, but that sounds like a fucking coding term from Cyberpunk 2099. Is it 2099 or 2070? Cyberpunk 2077. It's 77. I'm stupid. 2099 is Spider-Man. That's Miguel O'Hara. I got him confused. They're so closely related. Keep walking, basic. But I assume he means like basic bitch, which isn't as cool as just like basic code or something. If somebody called you basic code, you fucking basic code. The fuck?
What you're doing right now doesn't seem like caring to me.
First time and she fails at following the first rule.
Damn it. I got one. I just leave these poor women alone.
Elena, turn on the sprinklers.
Okay, I will say, I stand Miss Calendar. I know she's supposed to be evil, but it's a nice, warm, sunny day out, and who doesn't love a little golden shower? That's what I call a rainy day where it's still like super sunny. Leave a comment below if you love golden showers too.
Renee, call the police and report a disturbance.
Okay, but the last time we did that, the cops weren't super thrilled when they showed up and nobody was doing anything illegal.
The number you're trying to remember is 911.
Lesbians are so bad at remembering numbers. It's like the keypad at the door. You just have to remember a simple word instead of the numbers. For instance, 911 spells pig. Gabby has done her shift and she's heading home when Girly from the anti-choice rally shows up.
When my shift was over, I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Hey, I don't think I've seen you here before.
No, it's my first day.
Can you tell me why you're volunteering?
Can you tell me why you're annoying? Can you tell me where you just came from? Were you behind that tree? They don't explain how or why, but even when nobody is there protesting, she's there. She is always on the other side of this fence, no matter what. It's
A
chilling,
metaphor.
really.
I don't know if I'm coming back.
She's always behind bars.
Can I ask your name?
No!
Abby.
Abby, you do know that they perform abortions here, right?
You do know that you come off as
You
annoying,
do know that, right? You do know that.
Actually, I've had an abortion myself, so I don't have any problem with another woman making the same decision.
Mary Lisa, leave her alone. Abby, get in your car.
Yeah, Marley Lee.
I'm surprised I admitted my having had an abortion to Mary Lisa. I'd never told that to anyone, meaning I probably ought to take a moment to explain.
Wait,
Another
is it 2 years
a
prior to
flashback
now,
with
which is 8 years
her
after she was
flashback.
recruited, or 2 years prior to the 8 years
That's
prior?
how you know
making
this
us a
movie was
flashback
made
within
by
a flashback to 10 years
idiots.
prior. She recounts that she was a party girl and was dating a man named Mark. He's 10 years older than her and half troll on his father's side. When she found out that she was pregnant, Mark was like, "Don't worry, I'll help you take care of this." By which I mean, not obviously take care of a future baby, but like take care of it. Like in the way the mob says it, like let's take care of him. Also, when I say help, I do mean that I have no money
Wait,
to help
she was
pay, but I
18
will
in that first
briefly slow down the
flashback,
car
so
outside the
she's-
clinic so you can tuck and roll. Which
She's
coincidentally
17?
might actually help.
No, no, no,
power
she's
your little
16, 'cause
problem
it
before
said
you can even
2
make it in.
Wait, did it
Further
say 2
details
years
her
ago or
experience
2
getting her
months
first
ago?
abortion. It's a hazy, painful experience.
I remember waking up slumped forward. My chair was one in a line. Some were staring at the floor. Some were rocking with their arms wrapped around their bellies. Some were softly crying.
The film itself contests her retelling. Where are the crying girls softly rocking? Did they not read the script? Dobby decides to marry Mark because she's not good at making decisions. We know the relationship is a bad match because nobody came and everyone that is there hates him, including her maid of honor and parents.
Abby, it's not too late to stop this.
I can't do that to my parents.
Abby, your parents would be thrilled.
Smile, Daddy.
I'm trying.
The last straw was a year later on Valentine's Day. Mark decided we'd celebrate by making sandwiches. But later that night, he slipped out of the apartment to be with another woman.
If
Damn.
he spent more time worshiping those gorgeous little piggies, he wouldn't have needed to get his toes sucked off by somebody else. Did you ever think of that, Abilene? No, because you only think of yourself. She decides to divorce him, but 2 weeks later, she realizes she is once again pregnant.
I didn't want to be connected to this man in any way. And if I were to have his child, I'd be connected to him for the rest of my life.
Not true. We could kill him, cut him up, bury him in the woods. I'll even help.
It's what I live for. To help unfortunate merfolk like yourself. It won't cost much. Just
His feet. I'm sitting alone in my apartment, laughing at my own joke about stealing a dead man's feet. My dad watches these. Everybody say hi to Pops in the comments. And she heads on back down to Planned Parenthood to get her next abortion. This time it's RU486, which is also known as the abortion pill. The next day, in preparation for her light bleeding, she climbed onto her light-colored sheets for a light nap. The following scene is her waking up with a different lead on, crying and throwing up and bleeding chunks all up on that bathroom floor and then shoveling them into the toilet with her cupped hands. I don't know that YouTube is gonna let me show that. I'm gonna try, but it was both not realistic and not cute.
Oh, blood warning.
After 12 hours, I fell asleep on the bathroom floor.
Yeah,
It
change the
occurred to
color.
me
That's good,
that This
actually.
was the way I was going to die.
It's very interesting that RB didn't consider, I don't
fuck
know,
does that mean?
going to a hospital, calling an ambulance. She just lays down and dies like, well, guess that's it for old Elvis. The point here is to show you that no matter what kind of abortion it is, it's violent and terrifying, which not true. She says that she went through 2 months of blood clots and cramps, but decides to go back to Planned Parenthood anyways, and is sent out to volunteer as one of the recruiters that lured her into their disgusting cult of healthcare and sound medical advice.
Well, it's good to have you back. By the way, we have an opportunity I think you might be perfect for.
Really? Are you familiar with Planned Parenthood?
Eventually, this turns into a career for Abby, who becomes a counselor at the clinic. And this causes problems with her anti-choice parents and sexy, rude husband.
In my life.
The way I see it, the real issue is viability. At that point, the fetus could live outside the womb.
Viability keeps changing as medical science improves. Are you saying that the measure of what's moral or immoral changes as medical science advances?
Yes, I am saying that. I am saying that as we understand things more clearly and gather more data, that should inform the way we form our ethical framework.
What a question.
Something stupid?
Fair warning, Doug. Dr. Dobson's book, The Strong-Willed Child, was one of the first books I ever bought. I still own it. All right, who's up for dessert? Abby, sweetie, why don't you help me?
Mama is a hater, like straight up. She does
That's
not
her
like her
mom?
daughter.
They look the
It's
same
almost like
age.
it would be better if she didn't have one in the first place. But anyway, they cozy up in the kitchen and talk about how much they love cancer.
You won't believe what happened this week. A woman came in with abdominal pain, and when we examined her, we discovered it was uterine cancer.
That's nice.
Hippie-looking
What?
wasps are always the worst. She gets married again, and you know it's a fruitful, God-approved marriage because people showed up and everyone's smiling.
You're not supposed to look happier than I do.
Why not? You got it right this time.
Just 1 second, hold on. Abby!
Oh, there she is again, just gabbing with her gal pals outside the Borscht
That
Clinic.
is so weird.
There, Lisa. You look really nice today. Well, thank you.
I am the new counselor.
And they're besties now, which according to every account from Abby and the people in her life before she wrote the book, is definitely not what she claimed had happened.
Well, I am sure you are going to be the best counselor they have ever had.
Oh, hey, Queen. I recognize one of mine. This movie was in desperate need of a twink.
Friend? Fiance?
Who's fiance?
Fiance? Oh.
Yeah. She makes me come.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Blink twice
Oh,
if this
okay,
is
I'll
a
leave that.
weird
Well, congratulations,
situation.
you two. I wish you every happiness. Thanks, Abby.
Bye, Queen. I bet he smells really good. And I mean that as a compliment. Homeboy, Def has a full lineup of sick clones at home. If you know me, you know I love fragrances. I never want to smell like a person. I want to smell like something floral and planty, which is why I love the sponsor of today's video, Scentbird. It's really nice getting sponsored by products I actually use and have already told people to buy. I was doing it for free. So Scentbird lets you pick out a new fragrance every month, and it's all on you to pick it for yourself, so you're not ending up with some scent profile you hate. I don't want to smell like a campfire personally. I like it on other people, just not on me. So I make sure to read through and pick based on my favorite notes, like citrus. They come in these gorgeous little vials with a 30-day supply, and then they pop into these really
Scentbird.
little travel cases, so you can toss them
Scentbird.
into your
Everybody
bag
loves
before you head
Scentbird.
out, and they lock. Fragrances are so expensive if you buy a full bottle. And sometimes when I try it in a store, I don't get like the full effect of wearing it for like a week to see if I like it. And when fragrances can be like $150 to $500 a bottle, I'm basically committing to wearing a scent till the end of time when I buy one. Not literally, but you know, I like to try new things and switch it up. And while they have designer brands like Versace, Gucci, Prada, I'm more into like the indie ones like Skylar and Confessions of a Rebel. This month I got Boho Boca's Sea Salt Caramel and DS Durga's Jasmine Yucatan. Sea Salt Caramel is like a citrusy brown sugared vibe with a bit of cedarwood. Instant fave, and I've had a bunch of compliments on it. And the Jasmine Yucatan is giving jasmine, passion flower, and bergamot. This one stays all day with a single spray, and it's on the list for the next time I buy like a full bottle. Try out different scents and find one that suits your style and vibes at Scentbird. You can also skip a month or cancel your subscription at any time. They come in these little carrying pouches, and you get a little card with all the profiles and notes and everything on the back. I do a little spray on each one. I probably don't need to, but I love it. It feels luxe. Use my coupon code Kaylin for 55% off at Scentbird. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, and it's available in the USA and Canada. Let's get back to the movie. Of her own accord, she decides to pressure women into getting abortions they aren't sure they want.
There's still a part of me that isn't sure.
Nobody wants to have an abortion. But most of the women who sit in that chair already know it just takes a little time to realize it.
Which, like, probably not best practice. Nobody told you to do that, Maybelline.
I don't care what anyone says. I know that I'm doing God's work here.
Pro-lifers are so serious.
Cheryl, those shoes are amazing.
I know, thank you.
Why do right-wing trash films always make the evil characters so forking iconic.
You really fit here.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I think it's time for you to take the next step. I'd like you to meet me in the POC room in 5 minutes.
What? Is that why I haven't seen a person of color yet? You keep them in a separate room?
Mm-hmm. Do you know what POC stands for?
People of color.
Pieces of children.
Oh, no, I don't think it does. And I'll be damned if I let another lesbian trick me into embarrassing myself again.
In our facility, the POC room, each fetus had to be carefully reassembled in a petri dish to make sure that none of its parts were missing.
This doesn't happen, like in any surgery. At the table, they make sure they removed everything they were supposed to, but people aren't doing a puzzle putting back together a fetus like it's one of those Lego roses. This scene is legitimately wild. Jenny Calendar, who I can
That
tell
doesn't
from
make
her
any
Empire Story Lighting
sense.
Its
Why would
First
you
Satan,
have to-
is like, here, take
What?
this. Go on, touch it.
I want you to see something. Go ahead.
That's not. No, that's not how.
Do you know what's happened with every other person who's come in here and seen one of these? The first thing they do?
Yeah, is it gay hands? I bet it's those figgity little T-Rex hands. That's what I would do.
They cry.
Oh.
But not you. That's how I know you're the one.
The one what? I
What
love
is-
that
what
this
is
veered
happening?
rapidly into a chosen one narrative. In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the babies, the
What the
fetuses,
fuck
and the
does
forces
that
of light.
mean?
She is the baby killer.
That's how I know you're the one.
I'm so
Very
confused.
soon I'll be called up to Houston, and someone will need to replace me here. Personally, I'd like it to be you.
I'd be honored.
Good.
They both have super pretty hair. I've actually never seen a photo of Abby, like real Abby. Okay, they definitely have different hair.
Babe, are you sure you're not pregnant?
No, but I'm seeing that vein in your right arm, and I'm thinking maybe let's try again right now.
No, I am not pregnant.
What the hell?
She gets a test from work and is like, well, damn, he was right. That stupid, sexy piece of shit was right.
You know we could take care of that for you if you'd like.
Not all workplaces have bennies like that. It's like how Starbucks lets you take home a pound of coffee. Satan tries to
A
talk
pound
Mary into
coffee.
an abortion, but she convinces her that she won't.
Yeah,
let
why
her
do they? Why is this woman actually like a
So much
a metaphor for Satan?
Elsewhere, there's less of you for here.
But once
It
the
just
phase
doesn't
that I
work. It just doesn't work.
I am back on the pill, and maybe this time it will work out.
There's a scene where Abby takes a friend's daughter in for an abortion and things go.
It works really well in like The Devil Wears Prada. It does not work in this
But
Pure
there's
Flex
absolutely nothing to
film.
worry about. Elena! Elena, get a doctor! Oh my god!
Damn it! Get out of the way!
The way he throws her across the room like his racist newborn brother wants to suckle her blood.
That's so true.
He's perforated the uterus.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
No, no ambulance!
We do not do that. We never do that. 911 calls are recorded, and she's not going to remember any of this. We use a very
They
strong
really want to
combination
make
of
this
Magically
woman
brainwash her to
fucking.
remove the memories.
very strong combination of medication. Even when we wake her up, she won't remember any of this.
See? Everything's under control.
Not according to that vein in your forehead.
Yeah, what the
I can
fuck?
hear your heart pumping through it. Satan tells Abby to go reassure her father. While little Abby decides
Her name is
to
Satan now.
lie to him.
Christina's fine, but we had another patient who forgot to mention an allergy to a medication that we used. Oh, yes.
Everything's all right?
She's fine.
So how much longer is she gonna be?
I mean, if you want to know if we have like time, like, yeah, I think I could get you there.
And later that afternoon, after terminating 38 pregnancies, we spent 2 hours celebrating mine with cake and flowers and baby gifts.
Why are you here? Nobody else is here.
You're expecting! What gave it away? When are you due? Thanksgiving. Mine too. Seriously? You're so tiny.
Do you see the? Do you see the metaphor here? Do you guys see the metaphor?
Me when the water won't run clear.
And a mere
Abby, the main character, is evil.
Abby has a boring little baby named Grace. And her mom is
And
like,
the blonde
"You have a
chick that
baby
is
and
always on the
you
other
have
side of the
a career."
gate is actually
Are you looking
good.
forward to being home?
For the next 8 weeks, I am.
Don't you think that child needs you?
It's 2024.
Why does the mother look the
Mom.
same
Women
age
can
as
both
her
have and
daughter?
kill babies. Read your internet.
She wants me to be the director of the clinic. What's wrong?
I guess I hope that Grace's birth meant the end of all this. Obviously, it doesn't.
Oh, so she's so against abortions, but she just RU-486'd my man's lunch?
She's not leaving.
Wait, how old is your dad? I mean, he's obviously beekeeping age. I don't know. It's kind of sweet.
I have to believe it's true now.
She's got aspirations.
When she says aspirations, it sounds like a slur. Babby is now running the clinic, and on her first day, God's favorite twink is outside filming the clinic with his nerdy little friend.
Hi.
Hi, Abby. I hear you've been promoted.
Yeah.
I heard your Grindr profile is passive-aggressively racist, so unless you want me to read that on camera for this perv, I get that camera out of my face.
Basic twink. Sister camera. I need it gone.
I'm sorry, but we can't do that.
Sure you can. Just take it off the tripod, pack it up, and take it back to your office.
We've been accused of a lot of things.
Is one of them being half-goblin?
We've been accused of a lot of things. Some of them criminal. This camera is our best evidence that what we're doing is peaceful and non-confrontational.
You couldn't keep your legs closed.
Sean, okay? Just angle it away from the fence. That's all I'm asking.
Can't do it. Slavery, segregation, and the Holocaust.
What are you talking? Wait, what are you talking about?
I will not hear a lecture about killing potential babies from the mouth of a man who has swallowed millions of them. Good day, Mary.
Well, that went well.
I said good day.
That's sick.
Finally, she makes a good decision. That twink was begging for a gold show. We get a little compilation of her doing what she calls selling abortions, which again, she never says anyone told her to do.
Part of my job as clinic director was selling abortions, and I was really good at it. You know those guys who try to sell you timeshare? They had nothing on me.
Just keeps pushing people for pretty much no reason.
You've already spent $150 on an ultrasound. If I book you today, I'm authorized to credit that towards the cost of your procedure. And at 10 weeks, the price goes up $100, plus you lose a discount. Choosing to wait is going to cost you an additional $250.
Girl math.
You take credit cards, right? Absolutely.
Someday, this place is gonna close.
Why are you there?
Why
is
are they
your baby
always there?
Wait, are they ghosts? If Ryan Murphy
They're
wrote
dead.
this, they
Oh
would
my
be ghosts.
goodness.
That would be Evan
No, they're
Peters,
metaphors
and
for
that would be
angels,
Brown.
obviously, because this is a fucking Careflix film. You can't have a character that
Abby
is
decides to
not
look
a
at her
metaphor for an
ultrasound
angel.
files, presumably, so she can hold it later.
It's
and
like
find
you
them
think
actually.
I do not know these things.
Why don't men ever grab me from behind like this? This is discrimination against the tall.
This is
I
fucked
guess
up.
it's
I
years later
cannot
now,
believe that I'm not
because
being
that weird baby
grabbed.
looks like Renesmee, and she, for some reason, knows what bloody means. I can only assume it's from Bible study or something.
Mommy, you're home.
Oh, hi, baby.
Are you okay? Your shoes are all bloody.
She lies to her and is like, no, baby, that's just nose blood, which is less gross somehow. And Hotsvind is like, are you happy now that you didn't give our daughter unnecessary information? Because I hope that makes you happy.
What the fuck?
Nobody ever said abortion was pretty.
I did. And that's why I'm selling these shirts.
Abortion.
And the award goes to Abby Johnson.
Blabby wins Abortioner of the Year and then immediately pisses off the devil, who has called for more abortions. More!
Abby?
Our stated goal is to decrease the number of abortions by reducing the number of unwanted pregnancies. Then why are we being asked to double our abortion count?
Why don't we turn to page 4? Thank you.
Page 4 is like, I don't know, Gabby, why don't you die in a fire?
Abby, frankly, I am shocked at the way you sabotaged me in there. Fast food outlets look to break even on the hamburgers they sell. Do you know how they make their money? On the french fries and the soda. Abortion is our fries and soda.
Abortion is our fries and soda. She's
What the
so
fuck does
fucking
that mean?
Abortion is what pays your salary, your 4 weeks vacation, for all of it. Now, I didn't say anything when you decided to get married, and I said very little when you chose to become a mother.
I let you get married, and I even stopped myself from slipping you abortion pills in your morning French vanilla. But I'll be damned if I let you make me look like I love abortions, which I do. Hottie and Twink, you're out for a romantic little night. ordering the
biggest, wettest, nastiest carnitas chimichanga ever to come out of that kitchen if I have anything to say about it.
the filthy way to order food, sir. If I was their server, I'd poison him. Then the movie gets real fucking nasty and uses the death of a real man, George Tiller, as a way to create drama.
Dr. Tiller was shot in the head this morning, performing by his own estimate roughly 60,000 procedures.
Tabby gets called into headquarters by a stern executive-looking woman. In the film, Abby is told that she's being reprimanded.
Lucky the film creators that happened.
But articles have said that actually she
right?
was just shit-talking.
Nice, great for fucking
I'll need you to
for Hollywood.
that we had this talk, and you are aware of it. I know this might be hard to believe, but I went back to the clinic the next morning.
That's not hard to believe. You weren't fired. You were written up once in like 10 years. Why wouldn't you go back?
Is that what I think it is? Afraid so.
What?
Do you mind if we pray over it?
What?
What?
Okay.
What?
You might want to wait. We got another one coming out.
Wheeling out the second clump barrel.
They're literally, that's literally what they're literally metaphors for fucking angelic beings.
What is he doing?
His true names are known only to you.
Stop him.
You're keeping.
Sir, stop
They are
him.
with forever.
He's bringing them back.
For in your word you have promised there's one people.
That's insane.
So the story here is that Abby saw this procedure, the traumatizing one where the baby tried to run away from being aborted, the day after her review. Only the details she gave don't match any of Planned Parenthood's files. No such abortion at 13 weeks was performed on the woman she described getting the procedure. Abby runs directly from work to her gay friend's work, and she says she wants out. They're all super loving and caring and compassionate, you know, like Christians say they are. She says she's gonna quit, and they offer to help her find another job. Now in reality, at the time, this is what Abby posted on Facebook. All right, here's the deal. I've been doing the work of 2 full-time people for 2 years. Then, after I've been working my whole big butt off for them and prioritizing the company over my own family, my friends, and pretty much everything else in my life, they have the nerve to tell me that my job performance is slipping. What? That is crazy. Anyone that knows me knows how committed I was to that job. They obviously do not value me at all, so I'm out, and I feel great about it. She did not bring up anything to do with the scenes we just saw or any ethical dilemmas.
You will never guess where I was today.
He didn't have to guess. He's been putting babies in Sean since before you two ever met. Obviously, he knows you were there. The gays talk.
Sean's office?
How could you possibly know that?
You think I don't know that twink stink? Don't underestimate me again, Abatha. She leaves her job, but is racked by guilt.
I have been complicit in over 22,000 abortions. There's women. They came to me looking for help, and I lied to them.
Yeah, we know you did. But you did that. You chose to do that. You seemed like you were having fun doing that. And if Planned Parenthood did anything wrong, it was not keeping creeps like you away from vulnerable women. Everybody else at Planned Parenthood is chill, but actually you should be feeling guilty because you are a terrible person.
You did what you thought was right, baby.
It must be nice to have a man with biceps tell you that the horrible things you did for literally no reason.
Let me tell you what's going to happen if you go in that door.
She goes back to work, but this time as a girl harassing from the other side of the fence.
Why are you telling me this?
Inside that building, they don't offer solutions. They only offer abortions. And if you go through that door, you will not come out the same person.
Hanging outside your old workplace. Weird behavior. But Jenny comes out and she's pissed. She's like, we are funded by a secret cabal of, you know, I'll let her say it.
Have you ever seen the names of our donors? Soros, Gates, Buffett. That's who we have. No one has ever turned on us like this before. So congratulations. You've managed to make an enemy of one of the most powerful organizations on the planet.
Calling an underfunded and often protested health clinic one of the most powerful organizations on the planet is bonkers. Abby finds out the next day that she's being sued by Planned Parenthood.
Abby? Meet Jeff. Jeff, meet Abby.
I wonder how Twinkles knows Jeff. Probably something super platonic. wearing out that glove like you wore out Sean's hole.
They've got no case.
Planned Parenthood will go to any lengths to destroy someone that they see as a threat.
They will go to any lengths.
Insanity.
Once they even turned on a sprinkler. It was horrible. I
was
can
awful.
still hear those people screaming. Those children screaming. I've never been able to stop thinking about it since I did it at the behest of no one. It's really funny. Abby was alleged by Planned Parenthood to have taken things from work, to have copied confidential files, and released the names of doctors who worked there to the Coalition for Life.
I just want to go over there and tell those people what is really going on.
We're under a restraining order.
Because they gag us with a court order.
Actually, the restraining order is because you kept coming back to your old work to harass medical patients. Remember how you just did that?
Is it wrong that I just want to go over there and punch her in the face?
Yes, Abby, it's wrong. It's my job.
Beating women is a husband's job, Abby. We've talked about this. I thought now that you were done with this feminist aspiration shit, you'd have stopped being so close-minded. Abby wins her case and goes on to have like 7 more kids, all of whom have unfortunately had to be raised by her. The Planned Parenthood facility in her town closed after former Texas Governor Rick Perry cut state funding for the organization, something Abby and her cult decided to celebrate in the movie by pulling down the sign out front, which is like not what you do when a building's ownership changes hands. You just change the sign.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Oh yeah, that's the My Pillow guy, in case you were wondering.
Thousands of babies were lost to abortion inside these walls. Join me in placing a rose of your own as proof that they are not forgotten.
I'll meet you both in heaven.
Imagine turning up in heaven to find those bloody clumps you flushed down the toilet waiting for you at the gate, like, oh, you thought we were done. Well, I brought a couple of my friends. Gargle, Glumpin, get her.
What the fuck? Not the fucking, what the fuck?
I actually texted Hope to that number and nothing happened. I guess Hope couldn't afford more than a couple years of that number being registered. Maybe she should have saved some of that Borscht money. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, and thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Boop. Check out the link in the description below.
And thank you. No, seriously. I'm gonna go. I have a hair coloring appointment tomorrow. I'm very excited. I am going to get my hair bleached. I've always wanted to be a blonde, but also if my hair is blonde, then I can put any color I want in it, and it would be fucking sick. And I'd probably get like the week-long dyes and use those. It would be so cool. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. Have a nice night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow after my hair is done. Anyways, bye, bye, goodbye, bye. Enjoy the music.